I'll give you a clue. It was Grimsby.
They are pressing quite well. What's happened there? You've got to be joking.
Oh, sorry, no, I've done it wrong around. I've gone an arrow, I haven't seen it, sorry.
He must have a horsey up his ass.
If we're playing on professional and that's happening for Barcelona...
2 years ago. Sorry about that, I don't know what that was.
I'm sorry, that's just put me off the game. I'm not having that.
Anyway, segue, moving on.
What has that got to do with football? Why is that at a football ground?
Hello and welcome to the Honest Football Podcast Results Show. We are here to review our predictions from the summer, coming from the Championship down to League 2, the National League North and South, Scotland and Northern Ireland.
So, as well as reviewing our predictions, we're going to have a little competition between the three of us. You're going to get 1 point if you correctly predicted a team to get promoted or relegated, and you'll get an extra 2 points, thus making it 3 points in total, if you got their correct position within the league.
Correct. And of course, as well as that, if you want to know the reason we picked any of the teams as we go along, you can go back and check out both our mid-season review and our pre-season prediction show, where we outline the reasons for each of our teams.
And we start off in the Championship. So we're going to obviously do the same order we did it in. So Daniel will go first.
We're going to keep a running total though. So on a serious, we genuinely don't actually know what the results are.
We don't know the actual scores.
We don't know the results of this. So Dan,
so at the end of each league, we'll have a running total as it stands table.
Yeah, and fingers crossed. Soccer Saturday.
Fingers crossed, I'll be on top.
You get it right.
So in the Championship,
who did you have and why?
Well, to win the league, I had Middlesbrough. And for the same reason as Charlie to get promoted, I picked Tony Pulis.
You said, and I quote, because I've got some quotes, some ones that I think will come back to bite us a bit.
Yes, so Charlie's going to be the quote master.
No, but you said that Tony Pulis is going to win it in the dullest way possible.
And what he actually did was finish 7th in the dullest way possible. And he lost his job, so fair play to him for that. However, as runners-up, I had Sheffield United,
and
they were the runners-up.
So fair play to Chris Wilder with his...
wonderful job. Got LMA Manager of the Season, well deserved. Fantastic. 3 points in the bag. And in Swansea to win the playoffs, they finished 10th.
And lost their manager now.
I also like that you also, because you brought up that Derby when he was talking about his predictions, and you said Frank Lampard will be gone by Christmas.
Did I say
incorrect?
That?
No, he said that. That's what I'm saying.
He's gone at the end of the season, but it looks like he's going to be poached.
No, I think he will be. No. I think fair play.
Do you want me to move on to the other end of the table?
Yeah, go to the other end of the table.
In 20 seconds, after a promising start, and it making me look good, Preston North End did climb up to 40.
Well, I do remember every week after the prediction show, you went on and on about Preston.
In his defence, he was getting a bit of a slating on social media.
And now he deserves it. And he deserves it now.
And every single week since, our video has had 1 dislike. So, I apologise for that.
It could be the Preston fan.
I admit I'm wrong. In 23rd place, I had QPR. A few of us fell into that trap. They didn't go down. And bottom of the league, to much ridicule from Charlie, I had Ipswich.
I'll take my hat to him for that.
And it's another 3 points on the board.
No, you said all about him obviously going.
So thank you.
Even
Mick McCarthy said that.
I'll give you that. I'll take my hat to you on that one.
And now obviously on 6 points out of 6 for the Republic of Ireland. So good old Mick McCarthy. Let's move on to Craig. How are you getting on?
Well, I went for the obvious. I went for Stoke to win the Championship. In the end, they finished 16th.
You're not the only one who made that mistake.
No. Minus 7 goal difference.
Loads of players joined. Gary Rowett, he's a solid Championship manager. He got sacked in January. Nathan Jones took over.
Your reason for them winning the league was you said that it's because they had Benicophobe.
I thought it was more Tom Ince, but if it's Benicophobe, then I've seriously got something wrong. But obviously Nathan Jones came in January and bored the hell out of all Stoke fans. They drew nearly half their games last season.
And they drew most of them 0-0 to be fair.
They did.
It's absolutely awful.
I had Derby to finish second.
You almost got a point.
I almost got a point. Obviously, they lost it in the playoff finals to Villa. Obviously, they finished 6th in the league. They were pretty unlucky, to be fair. They were good side. They've done well against Leeds in the playoffs.
Agreed.
My team for the playoffs was West Brom.
They did get
to
the
playoffs. We did finish 4th. They were solid in 4th for ages, and they sacked Darren Moore. But they lost out in the semi-final penalties to Aston Villa. My teams to get relegated, I had QPR to finish 22nd, even though they finished 19th.
Well, we weren't a million miles
away.
McLaren. Well, they started well, to be fair, and then they conceded 7 goals against West Brom, and then had a terrible run of form. McLaren got sacked, now he's been taken over by Mark Warburton. Hull for 23rd, which they finished 13th.
They were down there for a little while, but fair enough.
And 24th, I had Bolton.
A point for Craig!
Hey!
Point for me, which they finished 23rd. Well, obviously, off the field problems have been absolutely disastrous, and they're going to start next season on minus 12 points.
And to be fair to you, you did highlight that in the pre-season.
I did say
so fair play to you.
Charlie.
Yeah, so I won't go on about Stoke. Obviously, I predicted them to win the league as well.
One interesting stat for you though, Charlie.
Go on.
Of your EFL teams to win the title, they are the highest finishing team.
I think every league winner I had.
Set the tone.
Awful, isn't it?
If you want to know what to expect, there's Charlie's predictions.
Yeah, so I had that. I had Middlesbrough to finish second. I'll quickly say, I said off air just before that I feel like now I would be a bit more educated in maybe not. Oh, look, I'm not saying I know loads about it, but you know, Championship football downwards. Before we started this, I tried to
You
pretend
were more the Africa correspondent.
yeah,
at the start, right?
but because I can give you a great example of that, because I spoke about Middlesbrough and the only notes I had was Paddy McNair, and I don't know how much difference that made to Middlesbrough's season. But yeah, no, the only one that I got that
One blinded.
yeah, which was Norwich, and they obviously won the league. I had them to go up in the playoffs.
That was a good
I
call.
actually mentioned because I thought Jordan Rhodes would be the shining light, but it wasn't. And to give my pronunciation,
Timu Pukki.
Timu Pukki, thank you very much.
And Max Aarons.
Yeah, so I did mention about the youth system, and I think
Yeah,
I
Max
know
Aarons,
they
Max
got
Aarons, there you
that,
go.
so yeah, no
Young
fair play
lady.
on that one.
Fair play, and you weren't ambitious enough.
No, I wasn't ambitious enough. I had Reading, who I had to finish 22nd. They finished 20th. Obviously, given the rather bottom three teams, they were never really, although they're already 7 points off, they were never really.
I mean, you've done very well at the bottom end of the Championship, haven't you?
Yeah. I had Rotherham to finish 24th, because if you remember, I had them the wrong way round.
24th.
Yeah, I had them finish
And
bottom.
if you'd left them in 20 seconds, you would have had 3
No,
more
I know,
points.
yeah, and I had to finish 24th. But they actually finished in 22nd, and I had Bolton to finish 23rd, and obviously, given what you said, they did. So if I stupid hadn't written those arrows, I would have actually had a couple more points for that one.
So as it stands, you've got 6 points.
I have.
Cody. Charlie, you've got 3?
4,
Four?
5.
5?
And I should have had 7.
And I'm on 1.
Oh dear.
1. So,
So write that
champion-
down,
oh, no, I
write
like
it down
the
so you'll forget.
I like the championship, and it's not gone well.
Craig's going to redeem himself shortly, I hope.
And on to League One, where it was very surprising at the top of the table because we didn't get anywhere near this one.
No, so we all failed to go for our hometown, Luton Town.
Yeah,
And
we
they
did.
went
I think we did say.
Well, I can tell you.
Oh,
I said
Charlie,
I'll be right for 20th if I'm not.
You did say
they're
something.
the
I said the
favourite
table.
to go down. Yeah, Craig, you said I can just see Luton pushing for the playoffs, but I think this year will be too early.
I did say.
And
the table.
I openly said that I didn't think they'd be anywhere near it because I think they need a year of consolidation and then they push on. And all three of us were spectacularly wrong. However,
I was
as
in
Luton
favour.
fans, I'm sure
We are
that's
absolutely
a pleasant
delighted.
surprise.
However, Cody, who did you go to? Who did you have to win League One and why?
Well, I wasn't too far away with my sides at the top.
No,
I didn't have
Same
Luton,
as.
the leaders, but I did have the other two who were in the top 3. So I had Charlton to win the league. Obviously, they were a little bit inconsistent due to a fairly young side, but they did win in the playoffs in the most dramatic fashion possible.
6 seconds to go.
And probably in the flesh, the best side I've seen Luton play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So fair enough for that. I had Peterborough as runners up. They did unfortunately finish in 7th and just miss out on the playoffs. But they are Luton Town's heroes, so we forgive them entirely.
And also, they did get rid of Steve Evans quite early, your favourite
Yes.
manager.
Yes.
So
He did
Fair
say
play
this.
to them, they learnt their lesson.
Did you have the
And
playoffs?
in the playoffs, I had Barnsley.
Oh.
But they were runners up, so obviously I do get a point.
You do get a point.
But
you did say they'd play Bristol Rovers, didn't you? In
I did, let's not mention that. Right?
Bristol
I was the
No,
only
he
one.
said they were going to play.
He did say that. He did
I
say
was the
that.
only one who made the stupid decision to
No.
reveal who I thought would be in the playoff final. And if you listen to most of them, they are horseshit. At the other end
That's
of the
even
table,
close.
we all went fairly similarly for relegation, and none of them got relegated.
No,
So,
no.
I had Gillingham in 21st, they finished 13th. Wickham in 22nd, they finished 17th. Although it is important to note that the bottom half of the table were all in a relegation
Oh,
fight
gosh,
with
yeah,
2
yeah.
games to go.
So
It's a
close,
crazy
that.
league.
To be honest, 12 teams.
Could have gone down with 2
down
games to
with
go, I
about
think.
3 games
yeah.
to go.
However, one of those sides wasn't Fleetwood. Joey Barton guiding them to 11th
I
place,
tell you what,
despite some
you
alleged
slag
tunnel
Joey
incidents.
Barton off, but he done
Yeah,
an incredible
well-
job this season, apart from punching the Barnsley manager and
He-
punching a fan.
I was about to say,
I
yeah.
think for legal reasons we
won't
can't
go
make
there.
accusations
No.
there.
Allegedly.
And in bottom place, I'd almost nailed this until one man Wally Downs turned up and
What a rip.
guided AFC Wimbledon's safety on the last day of the season, again aided by Luton's goalkeeper Marek Stech. So they finished 20th and I get no points for the relegation side, only 2 in total for the league.
Well, my predictions for promotion to League One, all 3 teams were in the playoffs.
They were.
So I had Sunderland to win it, which they came 5th.
Guarantees you 3 points though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, guaranteed me 3 points. I was not confused with what you said there. Portsmouth to finish 2nd, which they obviously lost to Sunderland in the playoff semi-final. But I had Charlton to win the playoffs. And God, I had them to win it because I would have been so down and out.
And if Sunderland had hung on and won the playoffs, you
I
would have got
still-
3 points. And if Portsmouth had snuck through against Sunderland,
I would have got a point. However, as you said, we all predicted the same. I had Accrington to finish 24th, which they did, but they finished 14th. Which out of all of them, they were the best out of my 3 teams that I predicted. 14 I predicted. Rochdale 23rd, which they finished 16th. Wickham 22nd, but they finished 17th. And Gillingham for 21st, and they were 13th. But luckily, Tonti's goals were valuable.
So the top 2 of the relegation zone, we both went for the same and both failed dramatically.
Yes.
Charlie, can
Not
you
as
do
bad as
anything?
me though, because
Well, you say that.
However,
no, hang on. But to win the league, I had Shrewsbury Town,
Jesus
who
Christ.
finished 18th and only 2 points off the relegation zone.
But it's still to get worse.
No, it's still to get worse. Yeah, I mean that's not my worst prediction. So I had Shrewsbury to win the league. Just for a little note, the team above them, Wickham Wanderers, I had them to finish 23rd, and they finished 17th. No, so I had Charlton to go up in 2nd, so they got promoted, but obviously not through the playoffs. And I had Sunderland to go through the playoffs, who Dan at one point out of spite you said should get relegated, but they didn't. But yeah, so that was my top 3.
Lowest ever position.
It's a shame. You were 1 minute away from potentially having that.
No, I know, yeah, exactly, yeah, I'd have got, but then Charlton would have got
last
through.
6 seconds, I was actually delighted.
I had Fleetwood Town in 21st. They finished 11th. At one point, I think I was quoted as saying, I don't think they'll do very well because I wouldn't loan my players to Jerry Barton if I was a manager. And lo and behold, he's finished mid-table and will probably kick on next year. I had Oxford United to finish 12th.
Kick off.
We'll kick off, yeah.
Allegedly.
That's Paul.
Allegedly.
I had Oxford United to finish in 22nd.
No,
Obviously,
there's a reason why you
they
picked
finished
Oxford
12th.
United.
Yeah, but I also said on that prediction show that if it wasn't them, I think it'd be Rochdale, and they didn't go down either.
No, you said it because of Carl Robinson.
I can't stand Carl Robinson,
Yeah.
and he's not done a bad job there. It's
It was a
pissed me off.
spiteful pick, wasn't it?
Yeah,
As spiteful as Craig's going to get later on. And then me after that.
To be honest, they were down there for a while, but then they picked up with some good form.
Yeah, no, they were flirting with it, to be fair. And like
They've got a
I said,
wonderful
so
side.
Yeah.
On paper, they've got a brilliant side.
And he's a prick who shouldn't be in charge of him.
They are the views of Charlie Betts, to be honest.
Charlie Betts,
I had Wickham Wanderers in 23rd, who obviously finished 17th.
Yeah.
I think another year could have gone down. I think it was quite
so
tight.
tight.
And then one that I think was the only one to get the one relegated team out of this, and that was Walsall, who I had to finish bottom of the league.
Oh.
They did finish 22nd.
Lovely.
I think my reasoning was at one point I was saying about that Morgan Ferrier and all of this.
Yes, you did.
Faffing around.
Yes.
So,
And-
Ironically, in the first half of the year, was the man who almost kept him up.
no, exactly, yeah. So there you go.
So as it stands, it's Cody on 8, Charlie on 6, and myself on 4.
I'm glad you're doing this as we go along because the tension is unbelievable.
However,
we get on to League 2.
where
and
I will probably still be on 6. I made a fucking spectacular cataclysmic error. Go for it, Dan.
Dear. Right, let's start. It's a pretty decent league for me at the top, and the same for Craig because we went for Lincoln City as champions.
we did.
And that is 3 points in the bag. The Cowley brothers, we said, they play good football, they get them there, and fair play to them, they're in League 1. The rest of it, not quite so good for me. My other 3 sides to get promoted all finished in the bottom half. So Swindon Town 13th, Crawley Town 19th, because after 4 games, your 2 predictions, Harry Kill was nicked from them to Notts County. And we're going to mention a bit more about them in a minute, I feel. And then Oldham to win the playoffs, and they finished 14th. Dogged by off-the-field financial problems. Relegation, though. And I got one here, which again I got a bit of stick for.
Good call. I was a bit
Unfortunately,
surprised.
Notts County picked up just enough that Yeovil finished bottom,
Yeah.
so I only get 1 point rather than 3. And then I had Crewe Alexandra to finish bottom, and they had a pretty good second half to the season, and actually got to 12th in the end. So fair play to them. But Yeovil Town in non-league again next year.
Now, takeover will soon be happening. I don't know what's going
Well,
on.
we mentioned that in one of our rambles, and it's going to be an absolute disaster.
We said this before.
On to Craig. I think this is redemption, isn't it?
Not necessarily, because I also had Lincoln to win the League 2, which they did. Most consistent team in the league, can't go wrong with that.
Yep.
Second place, however,
Oh dear.
goes dramatically wrong because my team to come second was Notts County,
I told you about
and they
I told you.
finished 23rd.
Well, you did say you saw them on the last day of last season, and they looked tired and knackered then, and you said they're an Asian squad, so I will give you that.
Three
Your exact words,
managers.
Craig, were they've got big Kevin Nolan, and they'll learn lessons from last season.
Yes.
Yes.
Big
And they
Kevin
decided to sack Kevin Nolan. Sorry, that was their
Yeah,
lesson.
that's the downfall. They sacked Big Kevin Owen, they've got in Harry Kill, then he got sacked, now Neil Hartley's in charge, and obviously but the oldest football club in the world, oldest football league club in the world, now not a football league club. Third place, I had Swindon Town, which they finished 13th. Phil Brown got sacked. Damn it. But my team for the playoffs was, and you two laughed at me for this one, I remember, was Tranmere Rovers.
Yeah, no,
So,
I figured that. Yeah.
like Luton, back-to-back promotions. Obviously, last minute goal in extra time. And that's
You did. I know you
3
did say that,
points.
and I'll give you that. But your actual reasoning is because Steve McNulty is a god.
And
That's
Stephen
exactly what you
is
said.
a god, and he's done his bit now, and he's now looking for a new club.
And I'm sure he'll be.
He's a legend at Luton and Tranmere.
Oh God! Here we
What
go.
about the other end, Craig?
The other end.
Your spiteful pick.
To be honest, my team for 24th was actually Morecambe, which sounds sensible, really, but they finished 18th overall. To be honest, they were comfortable.
Yeah,
They were
no,
comfortable. Considering it was a 3-horse battle before the drop, really, Macclesfield, Notts County and Yeovil. My team for 23rd, which is pure spite, and I still hate them to this day, was Stevenage.
They weren't far off though. I tell you,
They weren't far
honestly,
off.
they weren't far from getting in the playoffs. I mean,
They were far in the playoffs, yeah. They finished 10th overall. They were in there for the playoff shout until the last day. Cheek stab didn't really work. And that was my team for League. Well, that was my League 2 predictions. Charlie.
League 2. Should we go straight to the National League or?
No.
This one hasn't quite gone so well for you, has it, mate?
No. So famously for League 2, I predicted Notts County to win the league. Similar reason as in fact, I didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing, to be brutally honest.
Big Kevin Nolan.
Looked at the table the year before and thought, yeah, Notts County were there or thereabouts, they'll win the league. Stupidly didn't really do any sort of research around it. So obviously they then got relegated. Could have finished bottom, which was about the only slight saving grace. They were bottom of the table.
You would have lost 1,000 points.
I know, yeah, for that. So yeah, I had them to win the league. So for second place in the league, I went for Exeter City, following the departure of Paul Tisdale. Yeah, obviously that didn't go. They finished in 9th place, just outside the playoffs, but were never really in the hunt.
No.
For,
Second time lucky, yeah.
Automatic promotion, yeah. In the playoffs, I had Swindon Town, obviously gone through that with Phil Brown. I think I mentioned something about how he normally has a wobble by February. He didn't make it as far as February, did he?
No, I don't think he did.
No, 23rd place, I had one of my 2 dog shit teams, I said, which was Port Vale, and they finished 20th. And actually, in last place, I had Morecambe, who finished 24th.
So you also described as dog shit.
Yeah, I did.
And you didn't mention, if I remember rightly, the only team you didn't mention there was Lincoln City.
Oh,
which is
sorry,
your only point.
I've gone straight off there. Sorry, yeah, Lincoln City. Obviously, I put in 3rd, and they.
Lincoln's
they won the
third.
league. Yeah, they did.
Oh, sorry, that's a game.
I mean, and one of you, I was trying to say, the most important thing for me is that MK Dons don't come back up.
That might have been you.
That might have been me. Actually, I think that was you. Actually, it was you, and they went up on the final day.
Yeah, they did.
Unfortunately.
There you go. No, okay, so that League 2 was an absolute
So
disaster.
Charlie might not be top at the end of this league.
No.
So as it stands, Cody is on 12, I'm on 10, and Charlie's on 7.
Oh!
I moved up a place. On to the National League,
Oh, fuck.
where we all get a bit irate. Daniel, who have you gone for and why?
For the National League, Craig, I went for promotion. I mean, it was a pretty good title race, and we were all there or thereabouts. I mean, bar you two who went for one team that were nowhere near. I had Wrexham to win the league, and unfortunately they finished 4th and missed out in the playoffs. But
You did say Wrexham would win it at Cantor.
Yeah, you did,
I did.
and they bottled it.
They did bottle it.
But then
And
again, they did lose
Sam Ricketts.
Sam Ricketts early in the season.
To
But it's not the
Shrewsbury.
point.
Thank you very much, Charlie.
Hey, it was hard to finish 18th.
And I can assure you, already, I will be going for Wrexham again to get promoted next year with Brian Hughes. In the playoffs, I had as victors Leyton Orient, and they, of course, won the title on the final day.
You said they played Bournemouth in the final, which I don't think any of us predicted them finishing as low as they did.
No, so thank God I didn't get to... That didn't matter for points, sorry.
Yeah.
But a point there, nothing too exciting. And then for the relegation zone, I've had a bit of a shocker, just like the rest of us. Dagenham and Redbridge finished 21st. They finished 18th.
Tim Howard saved them.
He did, because they were right down there at Christmas. All of the sides I went for were in the bottom half. They just didn't quite make it. So Hartlepool I got slated for. They were 16th. Halifax 15th. And Maidenhead 19th. I really thought they'd be down there. So fair play to them for staying up. Let's move on to Craig.
Well, I went for Salford to win the National League, but they went up via the playoffs. They beat AC Fylde in the final.
Bottled it in the
final, which they were terrible. My playoff pick was totally left wing, so I went for Barnet.
But it wasn't that left wing based on Charlie's predictions, was it?
No.
But
Barnet finished
12th,
place, yeah.
and John Steele was there at the start of the season. I said John Steele would do well.
Did brilliantly in the FA Cup.
But for the first 2 rounds,
Yeah.
and then he left, and then
Darren Curry.
I forgot his name now. I know he's an excellent player. Darren Curry took over. Obviously got a very good draw against Brentford.
Yeah.
But obviously lost in the replay. For my teams to go down, in last place I predicted...
I mean, you should be losing so many points for this fall.
The team I predicted last was Solihull Moors.
Who were playing for the title on the final day.
But I'm going to take my hat off, my imaginary hat I've got on, for Tim Flowers, who's done a fantastic job.
Well, we'll talk about him a bit more when Charlie starts.
Fantastic job. Obviously lost to SPFL in the semi-finals. Team I went for 23rd was Havant and Waterlooville, which I would have got 3 fucking points if Braintree didn't field in an eligible player.
But you know how easy that is to do, Craig, don't you?
It's very easy to do. So many teams in this country have done it before.
That's the only one I'll do, sorry mate.
But don't, man, the season's over. But obviously they finished 22nd overall. Harrogate Town, I said would finish 22nd, and they came 6th, so they made the playoffs as well. They also lost to AFC Files. What's going on here? AFC Files.
You did say as well that you think that you thought that John Still would leave leave Barnet and ended up in Dagenham and Redbridge.
Did I say that?
That was me. That was me.
That
Was it you who said that? Yeah, it was you. Sorry, I made the wrong column. Yes, it was you. Yeah.
Oh, well, not even close. And I had Barrow 21st, but they finished 10th.
So 3 of your relegation picks were in the top half, and 2 of them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, now, believe it or not, and this was purely, I could have literally closed my eyes and done this by picking teams out. My National League was not as bad as my League 2, which is remarkable. Considering my lack of knowledge. No, so to start from the top, I had Barnet to win the league, as we just spoke about. They finished 12th. I actually had Salford to go up in the playoffs, so that gets me to 3 points.
Yeah.
That was pure blind luck though, because it all goes downhill from there. Because in 21st place, I had Havant and Waterlooville, who finished in 22nd.
Okay. So
I'm unlucky with that. I was only 1 point. I then had, famously, Solihull Moors to finish in 22nd place. They obviously just finished in 2nd place.
And we might have some quotes here, might we?
I do, yeah. My exact words were, I've done my research, and Tim Flowers is in charge, and name me a goalkeeper who's made a good manager. That was
Tim Flowers.
Exactly that. So, yeah.
And the thing is, we did see Tim Flowers do his work live at Hitchin Town.
You two
sorry, me and Cody went to watch...
Whilst Charlie was playing Pro Evolution,
no,
so Master League.
I was at a Crescent. Right, okay.
Well, move on.
23rd place, I also had Barrow, who finished 10th. But I did have Braintree to finish bottom of the league, and they finished in 23rd place.
As it stands, it's getting a lot closer now. Cody is on 13, myself is on 12, and Charlie is on 12.
Oh, this is what we wanted.
Moving on to...
Can I just say, if I get anywhere near the top, like if I don't finish last, it completely undermines anything about football, because that was like done in August. On pure blind luck, like I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about.
Well, no, the mistake we made is we did it at the end of July, and then there was a week of the transfer.
That's true.
Something we'll learn next year.
Right, National League North, I
National
believe, was the
League
next
North.
one.
So,
Well.
Cody, who did you go for and why?
Top end, it's not gone so well. I contemplated about the 2 big sides in the league, York and Stockport, and picked one of them to come back up, and it was York City, and I picked the wrong bloody one.
I don't think any of us got a promoted team out of this.
No, I think you'll find most of our teams finishing the bottom half. And remarkably, Charlie's the closest.
Actually, I don't think his... mine... Well, actually, I will go.
Go on. So, yeah, you had York and...
York City, who finished top of the bottom half in 12th place, and Kidderminster, who finished 10th.
Yeah.
At the bottom end, though, although I didn't get any in the correct position, I did pretty well. I got 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
I had Nuneaton, which was a bit of a surprise.
Well, at the time it was a massive surprise, but I mean...
But the off-the-pitch ones came...
Mate.
One of the things I mentioned is being professional at that level. And it came back to bite them, and obviously they are no more professional.
What I will say, just going really quickly to the National League and all of this, is actually it just shows you how much of a league is decided off the pitch. I know it sounds like a silly comment, but actually, you look, even in the National League, what we were just looking at, like Braintree and all of that, the amount of shit that goes on off the pitch that just cripples teams is so bad.
At the end of the season, if we'd done this the day after the season, Craig would have got 3 points for Braintree.
Well, yeah, it's true, actually, yeah.
So that's why we have to leave it.
Haven't,
sorry.
Yeah, but I suppose when
That's cost me the fucking title, hasn't it?
But when you're doing these predictions, you can't think about so and so might lose their chairman or fucking.
Oh,
whatever
well,
else,
no.
you know what I mean?
We're going to have to in the future, aren't we?
Well, that's it.
As well as Nuneaton, I had Leamington in 21st. I think someone else went for them as well, and they finished 13th. They had a good season. And then bottom of the league, 1 place out again, FC United of Manchester, who finished 21st and second bottom. 2 points from the relegation zone. Craig, what about yourself?
I did not do well in the promotion race for the National League North. I went for Hereford to win the National League North.
We've spoken about them a lot since, haven't we?
They finished 17th for the head of football.
What footballs they've got though?
Mitre football has ruined it.
Well, to be fair, you did go for them based on the momentum and having a steady manager, lots of promotions in a row.
And they sacked the manager by October, and head of football took charge.
And they sacked him for being 11th in the league, if I remember rightly, and they finished 17th, so good luck to them.
Thank you. And I had Chester to win the playoffs, but they finished 9th.
They did okay, man.
Yeah.
They were inconsistent, I thought.
Only 3 points off it actually, off the playoffs. So
but they won some good title games, and they got battered a couple of games. It just didn't make any sense. Right, for the relegation zone, I had Ashton United to finish bottom, and they finished 20th.
Point on the board.
I had Curzon Ashton to finish 21st, but they finished 18th. So only
quite
three
way off
places.
the playoffs.
Well pronounced.
Thank you. Took me time.
Quite way off the relegation.
Only three places.
No, but again,
Point-wise.
14 points.
Oh, yeah, it was a bit of a gap. And I also had SC United of Manchester to finish 20th, but they finished 21st, so I get 2 points for that.
This is where I think you two are putting away from me. I didn't get I can already tell I didn't get a single point in this. The only thing that I really got annoyed by was I had Brackley to win the league, and actually had a very good season, you know, in the playoffs and stuff, but obviously at the end didn't quite get there.
It's by far the closest any of us got to the top, though. And you gave some pretty sound research and reasoning for it, which is they're far away from the other teams.
It's a long way to go if you come from Blind Spartans. That was the thing what I said. Second place I then had Hereford as well, and Football Gate or head of Football Gate kicked in and it all went wrong. 20th place, so I had Guiseley, who only finished a place above the relegation zone, but actually were 9 points above it, so we're never really in doubt towards the end of the season. I then had Leamington, who finished 13th, and Curzon Ashton, who finished in 18th place. So not a great league for me.
So like
nil par for me.
So you're
like
pretty much Eurovision all over again.
3 leagues to try and put it back in.
If I remember rightly, Charlie has now for the first time reached the bottom of the table.
I have, yes, yeah.
Actually reached bottom table back in League One.
Oh dear.
Football makes sense again. Right, go for it.
The beautiful game. Right, as it stands, Cody's on 15, I'm on 14, and Charlie is on 12.
Here it becomes a 2-horse race.
And now on to the National League South. Cody, who did you have to win and why?
Well, we all had the same team to win the league, and we were all drastically wrong.
I know,
Dartford finished in 10th place.
But they're decent on Football Manager back in the start of the season.
However, in the playoffs is where I make some ground, because I had the playoff winners as Woking.
Oh,
and I had them to beat Torquay, who also got promoted.
Well, yeah, you did say about Torquay.
I'm surprised we didn't go for Torquay.
You said you got a soft
They didn't have Gary Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you said you didn't think they would do it, so yeah.
But 3 points.
What a job he did, by the way.
Unbelievable. And they'll be up there next season. Don't you worry about that.
If he gets to some sort of budget, he might be doing alright.
Okay, so on to the relegation zone. Billericay Town finished in 20. I had them to finish in 20th place. Sorry,
that was a spite.
That was a spiteful one.
It was, and you guys absolutely slated me for it. But you guys have both made significantly worse predictions. They didn't even make the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs. They finished 8th.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
missed out. Again, off the field problems, no consistency, and I know I said it was getting relegated and it didn't, but it did cost them any chance at promotion in the end.
No, but what I will say, in fairness, you did say about Billericay that unless the owner gets a manager in, which he did, then subsequently
sacked him and went in charge again, and that's when it all fell apart.
So yeah,
well, he sacked him 5 minutes before the end of one game,
and
his first loss of the season.
His first loss in 30 games. Okay, on to 21st place. Nailed it. Unfortunately, it was East Thurrock United. I had them to finish second bottom.
Stephen, I'm sorry.
But 3 points on the board for that one. And bottom, I'm very glad they didn't get relegated because you mentioned it a few minutes ago, I had a lovely time with them on Football Manager. Slough Town, who finished up in 11th place and went on a nice FA Cup run as well. So they did really well.
I'm beating in the last 5 of the season.
And if I make that rightly, although I did generally terrible, I got 6 points in that league for getting 2 in the right spot.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, you got Woking and East Thurrock.
Oh, Christ. Okay, I think that might be the game changer. I also had Dartford to win the National League South, which obviously they came 10th. Billericay to win the playoffs, which we all know they did shit. Relegation zone, I had Truro to finish bottom.
You said about playing out of Torquay, didn't you?
Because they said they were playing out of Torquay.
And it did affect them.
It did affect them because they finished 20th.
Point on the board.
Point on the board. I also went for Hungerford.
It was very close down there, to be fair.
Hungerford to finish 21st, but they finished 19th, and Gloucester to finish 20th
and they were down there,
17th. So more teams were down there, but obviously I've only got the 1 point, which has not helped.
And to be fair, for you and for Charlie, that we're going to find out in a minute, it was also close down there. It was a tale of heartbreak and close misses.
I will say, unbelievably, Craig, I think I might have beaten you on this league, even though I probably had the most out predictions.
Charlie, I had 1 point.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And Charlie, you didn't beat him.
Hang on, wait. Oh, I didn't know, shit, didn't I? Sorry. I looked at the wrong one, sorry. Bollocks. Right, I've gone wrong there, sorry. Anyway, I had Dartford and Billericay. I was well happy death by this point, still am. No point going over that. I had East Thurrock to finish 20th, and they finished 21st. They're only 2 points off for 20th, so if they had fucking one more game, then I'd have actually got 3 points for that. I had Eastbourne Borough to finish in 21st place. They finished 18th, only 3 points out of the relegation zone. And the same with Hungerford, also 3 points out of the relegation zone, and I had them to finish bottom of the league. So quite an embarrassing league for me, and an embarrassing comment to make, thinking I got 3 points.
But you got one.
So I think I've just taken the lead, and then I'm probably about to lose it in Scotland, I imagine.
Well, as it stands, Cody's on 21 now for his 6 points in the National League South. I'm on 15, and Charlie's on 13. Moving on to Scotland now. We got the easiest 3 points out of predicting Celtic to win the league.
That, didn't they? So that's like a given already.
So, Cody, who do you have for second place?
I can tell you he had, and it's a fucking brilliant comment, but go on.
I had Hibernian.
He did?
And I had them there because of Neil Lennon.
Exactly, you said he does a really good job there.
And you know what? He did a real good job at Celtic. I'm securing them the treble.
Yeah.
So, no more points for Hibernian. Obviously, we've all got the 3 for Celtic. And that's how it stood for me at the end, because I had Hamilton in 11th, they finished 10th, and I had Livingston to finish bottom, as did we all, I believe, and they had a fantastic season, were safe pretty early on, although they did slide towards the end and finished 9th. Craig Savage, who did you have and why?
I had, obviously, Celtic. I just said Celtic win the league. Second place, I had Aberdeen.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've done the accent.
No, I don't know why either.
Aberdeen to finish second, which they finished 4th. Kind of disappointing, but you have to give Kilmarnock praise for finishing third.
You've done better than us at the other end, though.
At the bottom of the table, I had Hamilton to finish 11th, which they finished 10th, but then he did it on the final day of the season.
Yeah.
And
The
Livingston.
miraculous went against St Johnstone, by the way.
Yeah. And Livingston to finish last. I did say Kenny. No.
You did?
I did say Kenny Miller get sacked.
You said he gets sacked because you can't be a player and a manager.
No, and he did get sacked. And he joined Dundee.
One quick thing, Craig.
They finished 9th.
Craig, the reason I said you did better at the bottom of the league is because you actually had Dundee to finish 11th and you got a point for it. You didn't have Hamilton at all.
Because you said Dundee would play Inverness in the playoffs.
I'm passing you the slide that has your confidence.
I've got it written here. You said
Christ, it's a game changer.
Because you said they'll win the playoffs. It'll either be Dundee versus Inverness or Dundee versus Dundee United.
Who picked Livingston then?
We all
No, we
picked
all had
Livingston.
Livingston.
I must have. Oh, I've read it wrong then.
You've read Hamilton off me or Charlie's screen.
I probably have.
So a point on the board and he didn't even know.
A point on the board. So yeah, okay, that's a game changer.
Because they did.
So Dundee.
So I was the only one to have Rangers to finish second. I went up a couple of times to watch.
No one cares about that. Moving on.
Get me out, shush.
No, come on. He doesn't often turn up to his live.
No,
You've got to give him some praise.
No, but I will say the gulf between like even first and second is still huge. I mean, Rangers, I'll be honest, still a shit team, and they managed to finish second in that league.
Now it's their best season for ages.
And those again
but
are
you
the
did
views
say-
of Charlie Betts.
You
from
did
the
say though,
Unscripted
Dan,
podcast.
that you did think Gerrard he wouldn't see the season out, but I think he'd been very lucky.
I think Europe saved him, didn't he? 'Cause
Yeah,
he did,
yeah.
To be fair to him, a bit like his career at Liverpool, did a brilliant job in Europe.
Yeah.
So we've got to give him that.
And then I had Hamilton to finish 11th, who fucking should have nearly finished 10th. They finished 10th, should have finished 11th. And then I had Livingston to be bottom. I watched Rangers versus Livingston live. Livingston were fucking awful, and they should have. On that performance alone, they should have been relegated. Anyway,
You should have seen some of Dundee's game on TV.
true actually, yeah. So that wasn't great for me. Oh, I also famously said that Livingston was near Glasgow, despite me being in Livingston for my brother-in-law's wedding and knowing it's just outside Edinburgh.
My word, you got a bit of stick for that.
I
didn't
did,
you,
I
down
did,
in the
yeah.
comments?
But I knew the whole time it was outside Edinburgh. I know it's not near Glasgow. It's
So
just
you-
a slip of the tongue.
So you got how many points?
I got
Charlie got
6 points for that.
Oh fuck.
I got the worst in that league, I believe. I only got the 3 for Celtic, and you got 4, even though you didn't know it.
No, I didn't know.
Scores, mate.
As it stands, before we go to the final round
gotta
of
be tight
Northern
now.
Ireland,
I think me and him can't get any more points, but go on.
Cody is on 24. I think that's safe. I think he's won it.
Have I?
I think you have. The battle is basically the battle for the bottom now.
I'm on 19 points and Charlie is on 18
I was so
points.
sure at the start of this you would have won for the
Well,
for the
you
playoffs
won
in the EFL.
Yeah,
Fuck, I can't
because he gave me the extra point. Anyway, on to Northern Ireland where London, tell me right.
I'm sorry, don't worry. For old time's sake, we'll get Charlie to edit that into the morning.
Cody, who did you have to win it?
Well, we made a bit of an interesting decision in this league because Charlie, of all the things in this podcast, said, "Oh, now Northern Ireland, I've got so many contacts. I know
Hey,
everything."
fucking Johnny Martin, you bastard! Alright, he fucking sticks me up
And
quick
then
on this.
Craig made the brilliant decision based on that to copy your answer. And what he should have done was copy me. So as winners, I had Linfield due to David Healy in charge. Some really good signings such as Ryan McGiven at the back. And Linfield won the league at a canter.
Yeah, we lost 5 games all season, to be fair.
So 3 points on the board there. And although at the bottom we all got 3 points for Newry, who finished last,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a bit closer with my 11th place prediction. I went for Warren
Yeah,
Point, who
that's
finished in 10th. Unfortunately, no more points, but 6. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
A wonderful season for Linfield. Craig Savage.
Yeah, well,
Fuck it,
I don't. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't watch Northern Ireland football.
Well, you do now, because we've watched them a lot of Friday nights.
We have, and I'll still get it wrong for next season. I went for Crusaders to win it, but they finished 4th. As you said, Cody, Newry finished last. We all said Newry. I went for Institute to finish 11th, and they finished 8th. That's just giving me the 3 points. Charlie.
Well, I've got the same as you, which now means I'm the basement team,
doesn't matter.
unfortunately. But yeah, no, I think to be honest, given the fact that I know they lost Gavin White, I said that at the time, I thought the fact Crusaders being professional, would have finished higher than 4th. I mean, Ballymena played out their skins. I can't see them repeating that next season. To finish second was unbelievable.
Do you want to talk about watching them live as well while you...
No, but they had a fantastic season. I expected more from Crusaders being like, you know, a professional team. But anyway, that aside, that was my rationale for it. It turns out it was massively wrong. I went for Institute and Newry as well. Again, Institute, another team who well outperformed themselves. And I basically only got 3 more points.
And I'd just like to make one comment on that league, sorry, I'll let you go.
Sorry, go on.
I managed Dungan and Swifts in Football Manager. They're bored. If they're anything like they are in that game, absolutely awful.
Well, that's the views of Daniel Cody and Daniel Cody only.
If you want a bonus point, Dan, your exact words at the very, very end of this podcast, in the original one that we did, was, let's not bother doing Wales because TNS will win it anyway. And TNS won the league.
And it was a while, it wasn't.
Connors Key were top for a long time, so fair play to them.
But no, there you go.
As it stands.
What about Larne? How they go?
Oh, wow.
Larne won the league, but that wasn't part of it. I think everyone knew that.
So Larne are going to be in the Northern Ireland Premier
Oh, you're going to go be in the Premier. However, Larne have been spending big already.
And that's what I want to know.
Give me a tip for next season.
Oh, next year, are you going to go for Larne at the top of the first tip?
I might do. Genuinely, they're spending quite a bit of money. I'm not sure. I'll have to see.
And hopefully Craig won't copy that
again. No, I'll learn my lesson.
So,
and
final scores.
Final round of scores.
For fuck's sake.
In 3rd place is Charlie Betts.
I will say, I got a lot closer than what I thought I would have.
I'm really impressed with how close this was.
With 21 points. Worse than he did at golf. In 2nd place is myself on 22 points. So it was very tough. And top of the table.
Go on! Connoisseur.
With 30 points.
30?
Wow. You did get 6 in the last round, didn't you?
Yes.
You actually got in
with 30 points.
So my Northern Irish...
Northern Ireland saved. Well, to be honest, you won it before we even got to Northern Ireland. So
but that put distance.
Yeah. So
you led throughout, I think, didn't you? Oh, no. You're a bit like Torquay. Gary Johnson comes in, sailed off after that. You're like the Gary Johnson of league predictions.
High quality.
Well, yeah, so you won. Well done to you.
Thank you. I'm sure it won't happen again next year.
No, it won't, because I'm going to be more serious next year.
Well, next year we've already said we're going to add in deductions if a team you either predict gets promoted, gets relegated, and vice versa.
I wanted to suggest that, but is that a good idea, considering that would have dragged you 2 further down?
No, what I'm saying is, I think
we would have been on -10.
No,
and we also will do.
It makes it more exciting.
And we will predict, like Cody did for some of it, who will be in the playoff final.
Yeah.
Well, so that'll be an extra point.
I can only say that I very much enjoyed it, and I'm delighted it was pretty close.
Last question for me.
I'll tell you what, we actually done pretty well. Go on.
Are we going to add any more leagues to it for next season?
I think that's pushing it. The only thing we can do is take our bias away and add in the Premier League, but that's the only thing we can.
I think we can add a cup.
Oh, do we want to go for the cup? Because we talk about them in the season.
FA Trophy.
So there may be some more competitions added next year. You'll have to join us to find out about that.
We will decide that in August. And that is it for today's review of the predictions. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below how stupid we are in guessing Notts County will win the league.
And Solihull Moors, Craig, don't forget them.
And Solihull Moors.
Fucking Brackley. Right, go on.
You can follow us on Twitter @HonestFootball3, and we'll see you in August.